First and foremost, I want to thank Game Time for having us, letting us host this event here at the home of the Renegades, a pro esports team from Australia, representing Michigan. I'm very humbled every time I walk in this building, especially me being a gamer growing up. In a military brat, traveling, gaming helped me keep a sense of community. That's how I kept in contact with my friends and things like that. So very humbled, very beautiful facility. I want to thank Lucid. And I wanted to say a couple words, right? Starting with what if. So what if between the constant chaos and information being fed to us, there was a balance, right? A balance that allowed people like us, creatives, artists, entrepreneurs, to enter a sort of golden age of productivity that allowed us to, prepare for times to come, prepare our families, our friends, our communities. I'm not sure if y'all aware, but we are in the midst of the Detroit Renaissance. I believe it's a lot of great programs going on right now downtown for the benefit of the community. And I think it's very important that we be involved with these programs and participate and reach out and contribute as they happen around us, because if we don't, then it'll just be just that. They'll happen around us without the say of the people, and they could potentially become something that they're not meant to be. So very important that we take the reins and contribute. And with that being said, I want to touch on some history, right? So in the 1920s, Ford made the first assembly line in Detroit. And, other companies followed suit. Before you knew it, Detroit was the richest city in the world. Not just in the country, in the world, right? So, by the 1950s, it was that. It didn't last long because, unfortunately, discrimination was still a thing. Some would say more so than it is now. But 150,000 African Americans found opportunity in Detroit because there was so much business and such a demand for productivity. Well, with the discrimination, a lot of non-blacks moved out of the city because, we occupied the inner cities. So what you saw was a spreading of the people, because when non-blacks moved out, factories followed. And anybody knows when you spread people, it allows for barriers to grow. I wanted to find Detroit to be able to knock down those barriers. As I look around the room, not one of y'all is confined to Detroit, right? We all have the skills and the capabilities to travel to Japan, to Australia, to the UK, and apply our skills and gain resources, connections, and experiences. And I wanted to define Detroit to be a building block or like a hub, so that if you want to bring those experiences back, define Detroit's in a position that can help you do that and, relay it to the community. So that's what this is about. And with that being said, A Day in the Life was released last year, and I think that was a great, beautiful start to what we're trying to do here. So I want to thank all y'all for coming and being a part of the project, because everybody showed love, and it wasn't no big company backing the project, right? It was just me reaching out to selective individuals, and I was blessed enough to find the right group of people to help me get the project done and make it as special as it was. So again, thank you, and we can get started.
Yeah. Made fresh, dude. Wake up in the morning, hope I'm in a better place. I see the same for walls, man, I gotta get this cake. Sometimes it feel like the only way is to sell the weight, but I gotta be patient, this way is better than that. Gotta use these verses to take me all over.
Creative process, man. We just instantly just got a connection. So it wasn't really nothing. We always coming up, cooking up new stuff all the time. So I go to you to bounce off ideas. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's just the whole thing. We always creating new stuff, trying to create new sounds and stuff. But morning was more wake up in the morning, man, I'm looking I don't got no money in my bank account. You feel me? I'm working a job I hate. I'd rather rap. You feel me? Something like that. So that's where it really came from, and it was more in the studio. It was just manifesting that. So.
Remember, I was always on my grind. I ain't picking up. You hit my line. I will never let it block my shine.
Yeah, and that's what was so special about it too. I feel like because I typically don't produce too often. Like I have the capability to do it, but I normally I have so many super cool. Yeah, like Sev, my boy Shogun. I have so many friends that are so talented at producing, so I kind of utilize like their because it's just so sweet. It's so in front of my face. I can just it's awesome. But yeah, so your boy sent us that sample, super sick. I think we reversed a couple parts, chopped it up and stuff. And then, we just laid some simple drums down. It was super organic, you know what I'm saying? We did it really quick. Yeah, and I had like a good time. But it was cool, and also like I don't really work on a lot of stuff at home anymore because I have the home setup that we used. So it was cool that we actually did like a full track production, tracking, mixing, everything from my house, where I grew up. So exactly. Yeah. It took like an hour and a half, 2 hour drive all the way up to the fucking
like I'm meant to. Every day I wake up on a mission.
I'm trying to get paid. I'm trying to get paid. Do you hear the rage? Do you feel the pain? I'm trapped in the cage. 365 days. I'm underpaid. I'm losing my faith. I'm trying to be brave. I'm trying to be brave. Yeah. Every day I wake up on a mission, like I'm playing Grand Theft Auto or Turismo. Gotta hit the cartridge once like Nintendo.
A tweet, or no, you reposted or shared a song from my Heart to Heart EP, and then I was like, dang, thanks for reposting, just showing love, and then you followed up like I think a few days later or something. It was shortly after, like I think I got something you would love to be a part of. The minute I heard that, man, I fell in love with the track. Like, I fell immediately. Like, with me, if I can feel the need to write immediately on the spot, that's when I know, like, I love the track and it's something different. And, like, just that track spoke to me because that's literally, like, every day, man. Like, especially when you a starving artist, bro. Yeah, you trying.
Just the flow.
Yes.
Like, I'm trying to get paid. You say it like that, Coach. Like, I'm trying to get paid.
Yes, man.
Hits you like that. Like,
yes.
The energy you brought to it, bro. Like, you really tapped into, to really what that track was about.
Thank you, man. No, I thought it was a perfect track for me. I was like, man, I gotta definitely kill this shit. Like, you killed it. I was like, man, I gotta make sure. And the crazy thing that I love is we weren't even in the same like session. Like, a lot of times, like, it's difficult for people to match up, like, different verses from different studios or different production software, but it just flows so perfectly together. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yup, Chad Rodo. Shout out to him. He mixed it. He also recorded me. Let's see. He's at Soundwave Studio, which is in Highland Park. So make sure y'all follow him at Chad Rodo. And I think it's Soundwave Detroit, SNDWV DET.
Okay. Yeah, I think actually I always tell people like it's one of the hardest songs, and oddly enough, it's the only song that I wasn't in the studio.
Man, for real though, but I was still like, it's like certain songs you feel like you can imagine that person in the studio, and that was like the type of joint it was. It's like, man, I can imagine somebody being in the studio, like, man, I'm tired of my job. I'm tired of this shit, bro. Or excuse me, man, I'm sorry. I'm tired of this. Like, I want something different. I know it's something different. I know it's something greater for me. So, that spoke to me because, like, every day I'm feeling that, man.
Are you afraid of mirrors? Are you afraid of looking at yourself and hating what you see? Scared of reflecting on times when you were weak? Recalling memories of moments where you failed and it stained your conscience with misery? I'll gladly be the company they say.
So it went like this. My homeboy Gray hit me up and was like, yo, can I get a feature from you? And I said, yeah, why not? I don't even know why you hit me up like I wasn't going to do a feature for you, but for sure. So the idea was you sent me the beat. I heard it. And actually, you sent it to me with your vocals, and when I heard it, I was like, okay, I know exactly where you're going with this.
Okay.
So I believe I wrote the verse that same day, and I think a couple weeks later, you had said that you were going to the studio. So I just joined you for the session. I came in, knocked out my verse, and it was a real cool vibe in the studio.
Yeah,
real
I remember
cool.
the day that we recorded it. Or do we only pause and press replay?
Look, I think I got this. Race the third is mind, body, and soul. I'm speaking up like a prophet. Look, but see, I just earn as I go. What I see, what I earn, what I know. I believe how I learn, how I grow. So I'm standing on top of my experience, trying to get it clear since where I'm finna go. I'm just honest. I live
A day in the life. I just remember, man, just vibing to the energy. Just you giving it to me and me being like super stoked that it was something different. Not a lot of different things came across my desk at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of really excited to see what I could do with it, how I could freak it.
Yeah, I think that like Sev can attest that that's like one of the most special songs on the project. Just like the way it kind of like tells a story, gives a variety of artists.
Yeah, bro, on the sax on there, it was going crazy. Yeah.
When you sent me the track, I'm like, okay, it's something different. It was kind of like my stepping stone to something like different like that, and I kind of like started doing more of it. So once I heard the instrument, I'm like, all right, stepped out of my comfort zone, started playing. I'm like, oh yeah, I could do this. Right. So once I started playing, I'm like, oh yeah, I think bro gonna like this. So when we started playing, that was all she wrote.
Bro, we definitely did, bro.
Detroit, how y'all doing? Hey, look, I got skinny arms, so I can't throw that far. But I'll tell you what, if you come to the front, y'all might just get a free shirt or something like that. Okay, there we go. What's up? Here we go. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna be doing a couple songs from my album, A Day in the Life. Define the Choice presents. This first song is called Timeless. We can go ahead and hop right into it. Yeah. Hey.
Swear them seasons, they be changing. Rumors, they be hanging. Please tell me what you do when you drawn to the fame. It only came for the payment. And if you don't fit the frame, they try to push you to the pavement. How you trust somebody new when you lose the one you came with? Put my love up in this game. Had a number on my head, quite enough to make me lane switch. Anguish, losing all my patience. Like I ain't come all this way just to hear you say that same shit.
My mistake was thinking we were unconditional. Life is timeless.